There are moments in life that quietly change everything. For me, one of those moments happened many years ago while traveling through the mountains of northern Thailand. At the time, I could never have imagined that this experience would one day lead to the creation of art to protect. But that is exactly where this story begins. I have been traveling since I was 16 years old. Like many young people, I was curious about the world beyond my own country. With a backpack, an adventurous spirit, and very little money, I started exploring places that felt completely different from the life I knew. I was never interested in luxury resorts or crowded tourist destinations. What fascinated me were remote places, rainforests, wildlife, and cultures that had remained closely connected to nature. Over the years, my travels took me across Asia, Africa, and South America. Every journey opened my eyes a little more. I discovered incredible landscapes, rare wildlife, and communities living in harmony with their environment. These experiences shaped the way I looked at the world and eventually influenced the art I create today. At the same time, I was painting. Art had always been part of my life. My paintings reflected the things that inspired me most: colorful cultures, wildlife, nature, travel, and the extraordinary beauty of our planet. One experience stayed with me more than any other. During my travels in northern Thailand, I visited tribal communities living in remote mountain villages. I was fascinated by their traditions, their way of life, and the strong connection they had with the natural world around them. Their lifestyle felt simple, authentic, and deeply meaningful. It was one of those experiences that never leaves you. But as the years passed, I began noticing something else. The world was changing. Forests that once seemed endless were becoming smaller. Wildlife habitats were disappearing. Species were becoming increasingly threatened. Roads and cities expanded into places that had once been isolated. Even traditional cultures were feeling the pressure of modernization. Of course, progress brings many benefits, but I could also see what was being lost. Every year, I felt that some of the places that had inspired me so deeply were becoming more vulnerable. That feeling stayed with me for a long time. Meanwhile, I built a successful career in the media industry. I founded a company called European Life Media and spent more than 20 years working in the luxury sector. It was an exciting journey that brought many opportunities and experiences. But deep inside, another dream was quietly growing. I wanted to combine the things I cared about most: art, travel, nature, and conservation. As I entered a new chapter of my life, I realized that if I wanted to create something meaningful, the time to do it was now. So I made a decision that surprised many people. I sold my company and followed my passion for art full time. I enrolled in art school in Florida to further develop my artistic skills and explore how creativity could become a force for positive change. That decision changed my life, and eventually it led to the birth of Art to Protect. The idea behind Art to Protect is simple. What if art could help create sustainable financial support for organizations protecting biodiversity, wildlife, and indigenous communities? Many conservation organizations do extraordinary work, but funding is often uncertain. Yet, protecting forests, wildlife, and communities requires long term commitment. I started asking myself a question: what if art could become part of the solution, not as a one time donation, but as part of a long term model designed to create ongoing support? Today, Art to Protect works with conservation organizations in Madagascar, Costa Rica, and Malaysia, countries that are home to some of the most extraordinary biodiversity on Earth. But our mission goes beyond fundraising. We also organize art weeks that bring artists directly into these remarkable environments. Artists experience rainforests, meet local communities, learn about conservation projects, and create art inspired by what they see and feel. Our vision is to expand to more countries, support more conservation organizations, and inspire more people to become part of the solution. Because every artwork tells a story. But through art to protect, every artwork can also create impact. When someone purchases a piece of art, they are not only bringing beauty into their home, they are becoming part of a larger mission to help protect nature, wildlife, biodiversity, and cultural heritage for future generations. I believe creativity can inspire action. I believe art can connect people across cultures and continents. And I believe that together we can help protect the beauty that inspires us all. Thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for being part of the Art to Protect journey. This is only the beginning. Hope to see you next time.